What's up, y'all? How y'all feel? I'm good, yo. So we came to talk, right? We want to talk for a little bit. Talk about my Hawkeyes and my Bruins. So, um, to start this video, I'm proud, guys, of the moves that both of my teams have made. We know that. Well, I'm gonna say it this way. I know that I have been wanting to see my Hawkeyes be active in the portal. And last year we weren't active in the portal at all, but we've been active. We've been active in the portal because we went and got Lucy Olsen, and to go and get Lucy Olsen over from Villanova was big time stuff. I really do. And we talked about it. Of course, I put out videos on it, but I just wanted to reemphasize that I thought it would be instrumental for us to enter the portal and get a player. And it didn't matter, in my opinion, what position. I mean, obviously you want guards because you're losing Gabby Marshall and Caitlin Clark, but I just wanted to bring in somebody from the portal, bring in somebody who would kind of elevate this program with Caitlin being on her way out, with Kate Martin being on her way out, and getting Gabby Marshall. I mean, getting Lucy Olsen will cover a lot of scoring for us. It gives Hannah Stokey someone to run the floor with. It provides playmaking abilities. It provides marksman shooting. She's improved her 3-point range. She can definitely improve it some more, but she's just a bucket getter. And so, if nothing else, Lucy Olsen is going to entertain the fan base because she can put the ball in the bucket, and she can dribble as well. She's a good ball handler, and we don't know what we have coming in except for in terms of ball handling. We don't know what we have coming in terms of ball handling, except for that we have Taylor Strimlow. Taylor Strimlow is a really good ball handler, and the fact that she's coming in is going to help. But I do want to just emphasize that even though we only got one player out of the portal in Lucy Olsen, that's better than nothing, and she's a great splash. So, being that she's a great splash, getting a really good player like her is enough to help this team. It really is. What's going on, Bree Wayne? What's up with you? What's up with you? Just for starters, I'm just talking about UCLA and Iowa, and I think that UCLA did some really good stuff. Especially gonna get Tamia Gardner. That's big time. And you're gonna get Therese Ledger Walker. That's also big time. They're gonna provide stability and experience for this team. But we're only gonna go as far as the growth of Kiki Rice and Lauren Betts takes us. If Lauren Betts and Kiki Rice don't continue to grow and evolve, then we're not going to probably again. We're going to be a team that gets to the Elite Eight. What's going on, Chico? We're going to be Elite Eight, Sweet 16 team. So we're going to have to incorporate all of our parts together. Gabriella Hawkeyes, I don't know if you guys know who that is or not, but she really shined for us throughout the postseason, which is March Madness. And, I'm happy to have her coming back. A little sad to see Charisma Osborne go. Hopefully, she makes it with the Phoenix Mercury. We'll talk about the WNBA in a bit. But between UCLA and Iowa, the two teams I root for, obviously UCLA has the chance of going further next season. I think we can pretty much say that up front, that they definitely have a better chance of making it, say, to the Final Four. We know that USC got better, and that UCLA and USC are both headed to the Big Ten, and that's going to be a challenge for my Hawkeyes. It's kind of odd because you put the Hawkeyes, who are already there, in the same conference as UCLA. It's going to make it a little bit harder in terms of who I want to see play best. Now, obviously, I'm a Hawkeyes fan first, but UCLA has the better team. Definitely, you can't really deny that. Just top to bottom, they got the better team, and I was going to be a lot younger this upcoming season. They're definitely going to be younger. Ava Hyden's coming in at 6'4". Tega Mulaney and Taylor Strimlow, who's a really good ball handler. What's going on, Daniel Barry? She's going to be coming in, so hopefully they can alleviate some of that pressure off of Lucy Olsen, so she doesn't have to be the main ball handler. I don't know how great of a handler with the ball that Taylor McCabe is. I know she can shoot the rock, so we'll see how that goes. I have us penciled in as a. I think we're going to win 24 games. I think we're still going to win 24 games, guys. I really do. I feel like this team with Hannah Stokey, who's going to improve because every season I feel like she does. If she can improve her free throws, she's going to up her scoring from at least 14 up to 20. So Hannah Stokey's going to have a great season. Lucy Olsen's going to come over here and she's going to obviously average at least 20 something points. Sydney Folter is a true ball of energy and just effectiveness in terms of hustling, hitting the boards. She's got like a Kate Martin kind of thing to her, where Sydney Folter just goes out and just fills up the stat sheet with whatever you need. Good passer, good rebounder, can knock down that shot from the corner. We know she loves to hustle on the court, so she's going to be back for her senior campaign. And I think we're going to surprise some teams. I think the Hawkeyes are going to surprise some teams because we're going to be rolled off. We're going to get rolled off because Caitlin Clark is gone. We're going to get rolled off because there's no Kate Martin. People are going to see us as an easy win on the schedule. And we have something to surprise teams. And if nothing else, we're going to beat most of the teams that we're supposed to. Now, I'm not going to sit here and tell you guys that I was going to beat USC. No, it's unlikely. But I think we could probably hang with them. I know they got better because they got Kiki Erfin. So, they're more formidable now. But I think that we can hang with some of these teams. And I do think that we are at least a 23, 24 win team. And so when I look at UCLA, though, I see UCLA as being a team that's capable of getting to, you say RC. I am already writing Iowa off. You done wrote us off already. Seriously, Bree Wine, I gotta get a look at you. Bree Wine, wait a minute. You done wrote us off. You done wrote us off. So you don't like Stokey. You don't like Hannah Stokey. You don't like Sydney Folter. You don't like the way she hustled. You don't like Lucy Olsen coming aboard. You don't know about our recruiting class. You need to check them out. Like, seriously, check out our recruiting class. What's going on? What's going on, Dante? Just sitting up in here talking about some Iowa, some UCLA. Gonna talk a little bit of WNBA in a minute. But I wouldn't write Iowa off. I don't think so. They got us in the early preseason rankings as not preseason, but early rankings. 8. They got us ranked at 8. I think that's a bit of an overstatement. But I would put us in the top 15 though. Like, I think the Hawkeyes can be in the top 15. It's kind of crazy because now that Caitlin Clark is in the WNBA, yes, I'm still a fan, but I don't know. I feel like just a tiny bit of luster, tiny little bit of that I will love is just a little bit of it just knocked down just a peg, and that's just probably because I don't feel like. I don't know. I feel like because Caitlin don't have on an Iowa jersey anymore, I feel like it's just not. I'm not gonna tell you guys it's not the same because I'm still gonna be talking to Caitlin Clark here, but I just feel like since she's with the Fever, it just don't hit right. Plus, I'm an Aces fan, guys. I'm an Aces fan. Y'all know I'm an Aces fan, and if you don't know, you new here, I'm an Aces fan. But look, that's another reason why I feel like I'm not super duper high on Caitlin Clark, but I will be rooting for her. I will be watching her games and covering her, but the Aces take priority. I was supposed to put out a YouTube short, but I've been having a busy day. I was supposed to tell you guys that the Aces take precedent. You guys let me know what y'all think about that. Like, I mean, I've been talking about Caitlin and watching her in college forever. And I'm an Aces fan. Asia Wilson is my favorite player, and that's just what it is. 8 is too high. Yeah, it's definitely too high. Stokey, no jumper, and a Folter, slower foot. Olsen is point guard to shooting guard. Uh, uh, Lucy Olsen That's interesting you asked that. I think Lucy Olsen is a one though. She too short. Rewind. She too short to play too. She's like she can though. I think she's mobile enough. She's quick enough, and she can shoot the rock. But I think she'll be the point guard because one of the reasons why I'm gonna tell you why she's gonna be the point guard is because if not, we're gonna have to start Taylor Strimlow, and she can handle that rock as I said, but she's new. I don't believe you should put a lot into a new player unless they like a top 10, top 5 recruit, and we don't have any of that. Our highest recruit ranking is Ava Hyden, and I think she was ranked at like 49 in the country. So unless you bringing in a McDonald's All American, I wouldn't suggest putting them in directly and expecting them to have everything going. You know what I'm saying? Like, because we got so many recruits that we got to put into the mix. Just simply because we lost Kate Martin, Caitlin Clark, Gabby Marshall, Molly Davis, and Sharon Goodman. ESPN already putting pressure on Clark to break some kind of 865 points records for a rookie or something like that. They want her to be rookie of the year. Dante, they want her, and Bree Wayne, they want her to be rookie of the year like Candace Parker was. They want her to be rookie of the year plus MVP. No way y'all beating Iowa State this year. Eh, that's the thing though. We're gonna be competitive no matter what. You can't write us off. Caitlin Clark gonna be special. Yeah, make no mistake about that. At some point, she's gonna be really, really nice. If nothing else, it's probably gonna be a slight adjustment period. But I seen in that first preseason game, scoring is nothing to her. Scoring is like tying her shoes. Scoring to Caitlin Clark is like, hey, give me a spoon so I can eat my cornflakes. It's just, it's nothing. But one thing I think that she is realizing is that it's going to be more physical because when she went up against Natasha Howard in college, that's a foul. It's going to be a lot more physical, and she wanted that foul, and thankfully she wasn't out of control with it, like up and down screaming. She was like, "Hey, where's the foul?" I don't know if you guys seen the preseason game. I think you did, Bree Wayne, but she was like, "Where's the foul?" But in college, she would have been like all up in the ref's face. It's just part of the adjustment period. Do I think it was a foul? Initially, I thought it was. I watched it again. I figured that it was a foul, but the third time I watched that finish, that was not a foul. It's just that the players are more physical. Natasha Howard, these players aren't going to let you just score at the rim. You say Howard definitely fouled her. No, Bree Wayne, if you watch that, like, come on now, I ain't biased. I'm the kind of person that I can occasionally be biased with Caitlin Clark, but she got most of the ball. You're gonna bump bodies, you're gonna have conflict, you're gonna run into players, but it's not always gonna be a foul. And I've seen that replay at least 4 times, and she's just not gonna get the whistle. But in college, she would have got that whistle. Coach Dante, you said Iowa State pretty damn good. That on the freshman flag, yeah. Audie Crooks, Audie with a body, Maddie Brown, plus what's that guard name? Emily Ryan. I think it's Emily Ryan. She could shoot the hell out the ball. They're gonna make a deep run. Yeah, they're gonna make a deep run. Right now, my final four, if I had to pick it right now, early, UConn, South Carolina. Let's see, South Carolina, UConn. Who else? Who else would I have in my final four? Depending on bracketing, UCLA, um, and toss up between Texas and LSU. Um, that's what I guess I would say. Nah, it was a foul. I'm not even a CC fan. She bodied her and had her arm even through her palm was all ball. She fouled her. I wanted it to believe that it was a foul. I really did though. But I mean, I don't know. We saw maybe two different feel like we saw two different things. It's crazy because I found myself people say I say that Caitlin could do no wrong. But again, guys, she to me, Caitlin is great. But the fact that she ain't wearing the Iowa jersey, just for me, it knocks it down just a bit. She's still great, and I don't know if I'm gonna defend her. Like I'm not going to. I'm not even sure if going to be a fevered fan. Like I'm an Aces fan, guys. So I don't think it's. It used to be something like a big deal, But now it's going to be like, yeah, Caitlin Clark. Let's get down to it. You guys know how it is. I don't know if you guys follow your favorites from college to the pros, and I rock with them. I don't not rock with them. I just feel like it's not probably gonna be the same. But was that a foul? I mean, me personally, I don't know. We just see two different things. They got Lily Hansford. Who got Lily Hansford? I'm wondering who has Lily Hansford. Bree Wayne. I don't even know if I know who that is. Lately though, before we move to the WNBA, before we move to the WNBA, I've been watching UCLA. They've been looking like they just getting after it in practice. Kiki Rice, I mean, this is her year. It's got to be her year. Every year she gets better, but I'm looking for her to take like that gigantic step. I'm looking for Kiki to turn into like I'm looking for Kiki Rice to turn into like nobody can be Juju Watkins. I can't. That's the comparison I want to, but I know she can't be Juju. Nobody can be Juju Watkins, but Kiki Rice has to. She has to be more aggressive. And Bree Wayne, if you hear you would say the same thing. Kiki Rice has got to be more aggressive. Facts. Bree, Kiki was too much for Iowa State to handle, and that big girl didn't do nothing. Um, yeah, I I could see that. 100. That was a great game. If you talking about Iowa and Stanford, damn, that was one of the best games of the tournament. That was one of the best games. Kiki got to work on that jumper. Kiki form is a little bit. Her form is a little bit wonky, but I'm not here to be the form nitpicker. But I wish her form was a little bit more pure, and I wish she took more jumpers. But for her, it's about driving, cutting, penetrating, get that scoring average up because I think that she's a draft pick. I definitely think Kiki Rice is a draft pick for the WNBA when it's time. But if she wants to raise her stock, she's gonna have to start putting on better performances. Coach Dante, you talking about Kiki Irvin? Yeah, Kiki Irvin. USC gonna be awesome. Yeah, I know. She just transferred over to USC. That's why I got them in the Final Four. Wait a minute. Yeah, I didn't say that. I didn't put them in my Final Four. Good point, Coach Dante. Now if I had to pick my Final Four before the season, because we got many months to go, but I would say UConn, South Carolina, USC, and then either Texas or LSU. They're gonna be a hell of a combination, a hell of a tandem. Um, Erickson is probably gonna be like a top 2 draft pick. Well, she gonna go 1 or 2. And then Juju Watkins, she gonna benefit from the fact that they're gonna have to try to guard both of them. They're not gonna be able to just, let let Juju go off because if Juju is going off, they're gonna try to stop her and Erickson's gonna be wide open. And then if they're trying to contain Kiki Erickson, then what you gonna do with Juju Watkins? I can't believe how much Big Four. You talking about Big Four? LSU outplayed Kiki. They in the same class. Kiki number 2 recruit, Flaw J number 20. Yeah, I be watching that because I feel like I'm a good observer of talent. Because I feel, guys, I don't know if y'all knew this, but I've been saying Kate Martin will be a WNBA type of pro for 2 years, and wouldn't you know it, she has that talent. I've been noticing that with Jalen Sherrod too. I'm just shocked she didn't get drafted. But I think I got a pretty good eye for talent. Those are just 2 names to the top of my head. Jalen Sherrod looks like I hope she can make this Knicks team because she was like, Knicks, did I say Knicks? Damn you. Hell, the Knicks playing better than the Liberty. The Liberty could take a damn lesson from the Knicks. Like, let's talk about that. 101 to 53. Preseason, underseason, regular season, overseason, season's greetings. It don't matter what season it is. You get your ass handed to you like that. New York Liberty got the ass handed to them. Literally. That was embarrassing. That was just pathetic, trifling. 53? You gave up 100 points in a preseason game. You are the runner up. What the hell? I don't know, guys. Should we take that with a grain of salt? I wonder because Breonna Stewart, do you still have your takeover gene? John Quayle, where are you? Sabrina Ionescu, her foot speed just ain't foot speed. And if she ain't making her threes, how great is Sabrina Ionescu? Like we really got to discuss this because I mean, yeah, it was just one game, but I didn't. Nobody liked what they seen. I was in the Liberty fans chat at that time. He was live streaming the game. Man, we was like, this is just absolutely pathetic. They got to play better. And for me, you just got to take some damn pride. I don't know if Stanley Brondello want to coach or what, but somebody on this team got to step the hell up and say, you know what, guys, that's unacceptable. They lost to a bunch of, I'm not going to call Chicago Sky's role players. They lost to Andrew Reese, who's really, really good and better than people would give her credit for. Marina Mabry, who's better than people would give her credit for. But they lost to a lot of players, in my opinion, that we still trying to see, just how great they really can be, just how good they really can be. And they went out there, um, Carter, number 7 on the Sky, she was killing it. And so that was just not what I wanted to see from the Liberty. Again, not a Liberty fan, but you you can't. I mean, they missed so many layups, guys. And I think that one of the biggest things about this game is that you don't see a lot of dunking. So I think the fact that you don't see a lot of dunking, you got to be able to make your layups. And that's one of the things I really like about like Caitlin Clark and Asia Wilson. They make their layups. They don't waste no time playing around missing layups. If you're not gonna be dunking the ball, you need to be efficient when you making layup attempts. And I couldn't believe how many times Courtney Vandersloot missed a layup. Sabrina Ionescu missed a layup. Like, come on, guys. Kayla Thornton missing layups. Who else? What's her name? Benaz Delaney missing. It's like, man, guys, they're gonna feel the loss of Marine Johannes as well. And then they don't really have a bench. They don't really have a bench like that. So I just I don't know what to think about the Liberty. I mean, they top heavy, but they got to figure it out because and I know it's just the preseason, but damn, these games are coming fast. Next thing you know, we'll be in the regular season. The Connecticut Sun, they done been to the finals before. They get it done. They're gonna mess around and be the team to come into the WNBA finals if the New York Liberty don't wake the hell up. Breonna Stewart, yeah, she was missing in action, 4 for 17. She had a John Starks performance. Like when John Starks was in the NBA Finals when he shot like what, 2 for 18, 2 for 19. I mean, yeah, Stewart hit like 2 more field goals, but I think she was like 3 for 17. She whatever it was something horrible. I thought yeah, we think Clark's defense is bad. Oh, I read your comment. Yeah, wait a minute. Asia Wilson should have been an MVP. Agreed, 100%. I thought Clark's defense was bad, but Ionescu, they said, was that you, Bree Wayne, that said she was guarding Laney at one point? I've played some high school, college. I mean, really, I played some high school basketball. I played for 3 years out of 4, and I've seen defenders on offense playing defense. That's that player head ain't they head not in the game. That player's head is not in the game at all. That's some miserable IQ because you playing defense when you should be on offense. Like, I mean, that's the thing. Caitlin, Sabrina, you can be super talented on offense, but how about you work on defense? They to them, offense comes to them like night and day. Why not say, you know what, I'm going to take this challenge because I like to see my team go as far as they can And I don't want to have to hope that a forward or center can cover for me because I couldn't guard my person. Take it amongst yourself. Take it as a challenge. I mean, just think how amazing would Caitlin and well, Caitlin's already great, but how amazing could Sabrina be if she had the defensive skill set of Alicia Clark? You know, hell, even if she just defended like Bree Beal, who, when I think about Bree Beal, I still think there's a place in this league for her, but I think that she has to ask herself if she really wants to play this game. Because whether you know it or not, guys, she was done a favor in a way. That's all I'm going to say. In fact, I'm going to put it like this. I'm going to better put it in this regard. Bria Bill getting to training camp for the Aces, nothing was handed to her at all. So she basically was like, hey, here's your pass to training camp. Now, let's see if you can do anything with that. Unfortunately, Brie Bill wasn't able to do anything with that. And I wonder, is there a place in this league for Brie Bill since we only got 12 teams, soon to be 13, you know? So, I'm just wondering if that's something that she truly, truly wants. And y'all don't go nowhere. I'll be right back in like 5 seconds. Okay, guys, so I'm back. INSU having a shoe over Asia is beyond crazy and disrespectful. No Rookie of the Year awards, no NCAA rings, no WNBA rings. Yeah, you ain't said nothing wrong, Bree Wayne, about that. You definitely nailed that. She was guarding her own. Yeah, yeah. Thing about it is, and we kind of know what that is. Asia Wilson, Nafisia Collier. Just look, there's some great players in this league. Give everybody equal respect. Give everybody an equal opportunity, especially stars, to kind of be able to themselves. Yeah, Asia is now what? With Gatorade? She should have been had a shoe. Give her all her glory. Give her all her flowers. What you waiting on? Give it to her right now while she in her prime winning championships. They crazy. Give everybody something. You gonna give Caitlin Clark something? She ain't even played her first game yet. I ain't got nothing against Caitlin. You guys know I'm a fan. But come on now. Asia Wilson, the best player in this league. What the hell's wrong with people? I don't understand that myself. I don't understand that my damn self. Connecticut have been a dark horse for me last year. I think you're a Wings fan, right, Dante? Um, what you think about your Dallas Wings? Connecticut have been a big horse. I mean, a dark horse for me last year in the WNBA Finals. The thing that hurt them, Breonna Jones messed her Achilles up at that point. She was the best rebounder in basketball. Yeah, Breonna Jones is nice. They really miss her. I was surprised they was able to make the accomplishments that they made without her. I thought that hurt Connecticut, and they still put up a hell of a fight in the playoff. Yeah, we just said the same thing. Absolutely nailed it. Um, Connecticut, my thing with them is they don't like young players. Like, build for the future as well. That's why I like what my Aces doing. That's why I like what my Aces doing, bro. Because we're building for the future, and right now we got the best team in the league. And what I mean by building for the future is we got Elizabeth Kitley, who Elizabeth Kitley, who'll be back next season, and she's injured right now. I'm trying to respond to this text message. She'll be back. That's gonna be awesome. She's 6'6", mobile, got a great turnaround, jump shot, hit the glass for you. She got the right attitude, right approach. She was a steal we got in the draft. Kate Martin was not our only steal, and I like the fact that this influx of youth is really going to work well for us because we get Kate Martin, who, even though she played 6 years at Iowa, is still fairly young, very versatile, high IQ, not guaranteed to play much. Deja Fair makes this team also. prolific scorer. And the one thing I will say is that's what you want to be able to do. The Warriors tried to do it. They will try to build, they try to keep a young team going. Well, how can I put this? They try to put their veteran team with with Stephen Curry, Klay Thompson, and Draymond. You got your veteran stars. And then they tried to build young as well with Jordan Poole. They foolishly gave up on Jordan Poole, who, yeah, we know he's somewhat of a little bit out there, but he really helped, alleviate some pressure off of Klay Thompson and Steph Curry. They get rid of him. They gave up on James Wiseman. And look what happened. Because Moses Moody, I don't know about him. Jonathan Kuminga, potentially he could be good. But right now he's not it. But the Aces, they can hit where the Warriors miss. Because Kitley's going to have this whole year off to rehab. Kate Martin, if Kirsten Bell don't turn up this season, Kate Martin's going to get more playing time next season if she don't this year. And then Deja Fair, she's a bucket getter. She can instantly, it's like a spark plug. Insert her and she can score. So we doing big things. You said, I think I missed the comment. I think we're going to have a good season. Y'all got JC Sheldon. JC Sheldon is a really nice addition. She's a dog-driven competitor. You really going to like JC Sheldon, Coach Dante, if you don't already. You said, I think we're going to have a good season. The problem is last year, we was just too inconsistent. And we was the team that beat anybody and also could lose to anybody. Yeah, duly noted. I definitely seen that happen. Once we went against those Aces, too good, too fast. Kalani Brown, Tierra McCowan could not run up and down the floor and just cannot score. I like Tierra McCowan. She's a really good rebounder. Outside of Satu, All-Star game, Enrique, Natasha Howard. Where is Lopez at? Lou Lopez, Seneca. My thing is this. Maddie Secrets needs to be taking advantage of the opportunity while Satu Sabali is out. I just wanted to really put that out there really quickly. Maddie has to take advantage of her minutes because in this league, you're not guaranteed 1,000 opportunities. Our guard play really wasn't good outside of Veronica Burton. Yeah, she out of Northwestern. I like Veronica Burton a lot. Just being a very good defensive player. She brings nothing on the other side. Crystal Dangerfield, her size hurt in the playoffs. Yeah. Colson going to be retired next year. I hope so. Even though she's great for the locker room, it's time for her to go. That's why we had to trade her to. I could deal with one more year of Sydney Colson. That's it. That's why we had to trade her to get JC Sheldon. And plus, we got an upcoming point guard in Jaylen Brown was kicking some butt. People said I didn't give her enough respect. I mean, I talked about her in the video. I mentioned her. I said that she did good. That was a specific Indiana Fever, Caitlin's first preseason game. I thought I did good because I mentioned that, Jaylen Brown had a good performance. I suppose I could have probably did a short or something, gave Brown a little more credit. But Jaylen Brown had a good game versus the Fever. She did. And Lopez will be back this year. Looking forward to seeing her play. She was hurt last year. She just didn't play Lopez. Lou Lopez can really score. It'd be nice when she does get out on the court finally. Maddie Secret should have a big step up in minutes this year. She's starting to get some minutes late last year, but she should have a bigger role this year. Do I think the Fever gonna win? Who they play? They play the Dream, right? I think they play the Dream. Get at me, Bree Wayne, and let me know. I think because I think I said that I wanted to watch that game, and just see how see Caitlin game. You know why I want to watch the Fever game? I want to see how these other teammates play. I'm about to be watching to see. I want to see how these damn players move because they ain't active enough for me. They need to be cutting. They need to be screening. They need to be trying to get open. They need to be trying to get cut to the rim. Do something. I don't like it. It's not every play because Nalissa Smith, Not, what's her last name? Did I say her name right? What's Nalissa's last name? Somebody put it in the chat. I think it is Nalissa Smith. But Nalissa was getting active. And when she was out of the game, I didn't see, when it was just Caitlin on the floor, it seemed like people were watching too many times. Too much starstruck, let's watch Caitlin operate. I just finished watching Caitlin doing a lot by herself in Iowa. Her teammates are more talented than any teammate she ever had. No, yeah, Nalissa Smith. Thanks, Coach Dante. These are the best talented teammates she ever had. I expect them to play like it. So I want to watch that game tonight because I want to see Aaliyah Boston say, damn it, give me the ball. Give me the damn ball. Let me get into shape. Let me get into rhythm. You know, Aaliyah Boston was 4 for 11, 8 points and 8 boards. That ain't gonna cut it. Caitlin Clark, if you score 21 in the win, that's fine. But I want to see her teammates high level activity. I want to see Lexi Hall shoot the ball more than twice. I want to see Grace Berger get opportunities to shoot because she's a hell of a shooter. I want to see them make layups too because, in all fairness, Caitlin was feeding them the ball. They just couldn't make their layups. You said, it's Smith. Yeah. You're right, RC. I love Boston. But if she can't run, then let CC run with Nalissa. You got a point. Aaliyah's got to get out on that break and be ready to run. They don't have a lot of size on this team. And so if they just going to give Caitlin the ball, that's fine. But at some point, somebody's got to step up. And so it's only one game. I think that the fact that they lost, at the buzzer, that's something to take into consideration. That last play with Erica Wheeler, that left a lot to be desired. I don't like the play they ran. I think they would have been better off trying to get it to Caitlin right away. And then like a play or two before that, Coach Christie Sides had Caitlin take the ball out of bounds. Like, why do you have arguably the player that's in the best groove? Because I don't want to call Caitlin Clark the best player on the Fever, because I still think that's Aaliyah Boston. But you know that Caitlin Clark can get her shot from anywhere. Why would you allow her to take the ball out? And I just kind of scratch my head with that. So, because I don't want to see the Iowa Fever, and I'm just putting that out there. I don't want to see the Iowa Fever. I've watched 4 years. Caitlin Clark scored 30, 20. I don't mind the scoring, but get the assists up and get some other players to join you in double figures. Yeah, I knew what you were saying, Bree Wayne. Definitely get some other players to join you in double figures. What else? WNBA. Surprises. I ain't even finished my season rundown for the teams. I don't know why I stopped doing that. Hell, it's only 24 hours in a day though. We do get busy because I was trying to do a season preview on all the teams. Obviously, I still got time. I think I did in the Mercury so far. There's no way in the world you should have one of your best players taking the ball out and CC can create a shot, create a play for somebody. And that's why, Dante, the jury is still out on coach sides. Now that all the lights have really brightened up in Indiana, people are going to be watching this coach. She has to make the right decisions. Not all of the time, but some of the time. No coach is perfect. But if we got to question your decisions, we're going to question them. And I don't agree because that didn't pay off. They didn't even get a shot that possession. It was 2 seconds left. They got no shot. And so, we know preseason is much shorter. And we know that the WNBA season is only 40 games. And the thing about the W is if you lose too many games too early, you're cooked. If you got 40 games and you get off to a 5-20, 5-15 start, good luck. I mean, it's possible because just last year, Coach Dante, you was calling the game of Minnesota, and I think they won that game, and you were saying they got off to a rough start, and they turned it around. It's possible you could turn it around, but it's not going to happen all of the time. And then look who they had. They had Nafisa Collier. She's one of the best players in the WNBA. They got a great coach that's no nonsense, but she knows how to coach and Cheryl Reeve. And so Minnesota was able to turn their season around. But that don't happen all the time. And so I look at things like Indiana, maybe we should hold on a bit because I think that the Chicago Sky, y'all gonna call me crazy, but I think the Chicago Sky got a better chance of making the playoffs than the Indiana Fever. Because you cannot sleep on Angel Reese because there is no out hustling, there is no out energying Angel Reese. And if Marina Mabrey can shoot the way she was shooting the other day, and Camilla can get back healthy when she does, this Chicago team is going to be nice. Dana Evans, I'm not as high as Quita is on Dana Evans, but she's nice. And I do think that I'm not going to sit here and tell you guys the Sky, they're going to win 26 games. But the Chicago Sky could potentially win about 21, 22 games, and they could still get into the playoffs. I think it's possible. I feel like I'm going to have to watch the Fever more, but I'm asking myself, is this a 20-plus win team? Because are you going to, I'm going to tell you guys, it's going to be disappointing if Caitlin Clark, Las Vegas Aces, what? Oh, that's the Las Vegas Aces White House celebration. I think that's what that is, which is something I'm going to check out because obviously as an Aces fan, I want to check that out. They end up making the playoffs. I remember that. It was in my stream. Yeah, no doubt. The record indicated that they were the worst team in the NBA. But if you actually looked at them last year, they were competitive. All those losses they had early. Yeah. No doubt about that. When I remember they were playing the Washington Mystics. They beat the Washington Mystics in Washington. And I was saying Minnesota is not the worst team. Yeah, for this season, probably gonna be the Mystics. People need to put some love and respect on the Sky. Every ranking I see got the Sky down at 11 and 12. They're gonna underestimate Angel Reese her whole career. What the hell's wrong with people? Angel Reese just keep proving people wrong. She keep proving people wrong over and over again. The Sky, they might finish in 6th place. Don't be shocked. I'm just happy that they got rid of James Wade. No, I mean, I'm happy that he quit. And I'm glad they didn't keep the next coach either. I like they went out and got Teresa Weatherspoon. Finally, a Chicago team doing something right. We'll see about the Bears if they actually did as good as we think they did in the draft. But Timberwolves really quickly before I get up out of here. What about them T-Wolves, huh? What about them T-Wolves? T-Wolves fan since 95. Never in my life did I ever think that the Minnesota Timberwolves would be the talk of the town, the toast of the town, the saviors of the state. I didn't quite imagine it going down. Even when we beat Phoenix and swept them, I still said Denver was favored and would win in 6 because I felt like the Denver Nuggets are obviously defending champs, right? Obviously championship pedigree, been there, done that, been in the playoffs more than we have, got Jamal Murray and Nikola Jokic. And I'm just of the mindset, we about a year or two off. Most teams are. When they look like they're on the upswing of things and they look like a championship team, most teams are. What we doing, guys? It reminds me of 2006, Dwayne Wade, Miami Heat. Anthony Edwards is looking like vintage Dwayne Wade before the injuries, with this exception. Wade ain't no 3-point shooter. Anthony Edwards can light it up from anywhere, from the cup all the way out to the 3-point line. And Anthony Edwards ain't one of those players like a Steph Curry or a Tyrese Halliburton or a Damian Lillard who is just logo three heavy. Anthony Edwards just wants to put the ball in the bucket. And so we got a true superstar in this kid. And he just comes alive, obviously, all season long. But his game just ratchets up in the playoffs. And I think it's personal. I remember telling some Minnesota fans that I know, other Minnesota fans that I was talking with, and everybody was talking about what they wanted in this series. And a lot of people was just saying they want a sweep, which is stupid at the time. Didn't seem real. A lot of people were saying, I just want to have a great showing. I just want us to win 4 games to 2. And when it came down to me, people asked me what I wanted. I said revenge. Because this team knocked us out last season. They beat us in 5 games in the first round. We remember this. And so I wanted revenge, but I didn't ultimately truly believe it. But after what I've seen after 2 games, I'm almost, emphasis on almost, I'm almost all the way brought in. And I gotta wait for the conclusion of game 3 because if we lose game 3 tomorrow, anything could happen. If you give them some life, if you give them some breathing room where they can win a game and they can just be down 2-1, then they're gonna feel like, well, who knows? Maybe we could still game 4 too. That's why it's imperative that we go up 3 games to 0 tomorrow. I said in the video, we got to play it like it's game 6 or even game 7. Go up 3-0. We can literally snatch their heart a portion of a way out of their chest. We can lightly have their heart hanging from their chest if we can get tomorrow night's game. The defense, let's speak about that. Man, we've been after these boys like we just been after them. I mean, this is like I seen online 04 Pistons. Guys, the defense is how you win in the playoffs, and we just totally all over them like roaches on a biscuit. And it's just outstanding to see. But this series ain't over. Even if we go up 3-0, we still got business to take care of. And the way I see it, they the champs until they not. And so I don't think they'll lay down. We will be in the Target Center, of course, obviously be home, but there's no guarantees just because you're home. Denver just proved that. I like to point that out. Denver just proved that. There are no guarantees just because you're at home. So Anthony Edwards has a killer mentality on that court, similar to MJ. That's what they share. Outside of that, I wish the MJ comparisons would just go away. In my humble opinion, when I look at Anthony Edwards, I see Kobe mixed with like D-Wade with a 3. He is himself. Anthony Edwards is very much himself. And while he may occasionally hot dog and showboat on the court, I don't see him as the same player as Michael Jordan. And I just think that even if we somehow do make our way to the finals and capture a championship, fine. Conversation, I guess it might be able to start then. But what it's about is just originality. And I think he has that. And so, we get caught up sometimes in comparing players to different comparing players to other great players. And also, we didn't have Rudy Gobert. Now we're going to have him. All the signs indicate towards the Timberwolves win. But I can't be certain. That's why they play the games. And, But outside of that, I'm going to think really quickly and see if there's anything else I want to discuss before I get up out of here and get me some grub. I ain't ate nothing. I'm hungry. I've been on the go pretty much all day until now. Let's see. Kate Martin. Let's talk about that really quickly. So, I was told not to put out my Kate Martin video because I got a Kate Martin video loaded in the chambers, just waiting to release. Because I feel like I know she made this team, but I was told to hold off. I'm gonna go ahead and put my video out. I know Kate Martin made this team, and I think that people just say you never know, you never can be too sure because anybody can get cut. But we down to 12. The roster is down to 12. Angel Jackson got cut. Wave. Bria Hartley got same thing, right? Bria Hartley got waived. Bria Bill got waived. Kamaria McDaniel got waived. It's safe. Kate Martin is safe. Deja Fair is safe. Man, they made it. So there's no reason for me to not put out my video in. Again, I'm not going to tell you guys exactly how I feel about it because if you watch the Kate Martin video, then you'll know how I feel about it. But I will tell you guys that, of course, this is what I wanted. So I'm happy, to see that there's two Iowa players on my Aces now. Megan Gustafson signed a deal with them during the off season, and here's Kate Martin. So I think it's just absolutely amazing. And before I go, guys, how would y'all feel? How would y'all feel if Kate Martin was able to win a championship before Caitlin Clark? Because this is a real possibility. It's a real possibility that we could three-peat and Kate Martin gets the jury before Caitlin Clark does. And what would we call that? I'll be happy because both of them are in my top 10 personal basketball favorites of all time, players of all time. I know it's biased, but it's cool. I would be you put a emoji, but it ain't gonna let me see. Will be something. Will be awesome. Yeah, it's gonna be awesome. I think it's a very great possibility. Who is your team? Who is your team, Bree Wayne? Or do you wait? You don't have a WNBA team, or do you? Because I think you said you just now getting into WNBA. But for me, I would tell you guys that some people wanted me to cover all the Fever games. Well, I could do some of them. I won't be able to do all of them. I'd have to see if I even have NBA TV. But Aces games, they take priority. I mean, I've been an Aces fan since they hit Vegas, and I'm not just about to. And also, I'm a huge A'ja Wilson fan. She's my favorite Gamecock player, and my favorite WNBA player. And I'm just not about to be like, oh my goodness, Caitlin Clark is in the WNBA. And that was something I had to actually see Caitlin Clark get drafted, see her go to the Fever, and then feel like, am I going to be a big fan? I am. I'm still a huge fan, but I never felt like I got to cover every game. Never. It is what it is. I enjoy covering my Aces. It's one of the funnest times of the year for me. And so I'm sticking to my loyalties. I'm sticking to the squad. I'm sticking to the best team in the game. And we're only going to get better. And so, Fever fans, it's all love. There's plenty of people on YouTube that will be talking about Caitlin and the Fever. I will be doing it some. I will. I just won't be like making. It's not going to be, how it was during Iowa season? It's not going to be like that. But since she is one of my favorite players, I will cover Caitlin. Just not all the time. It's an Aces channel. It's a Hawkeyes channel. We're going to be doing the Hawkeyes, of course, all the time. That's my squad. I don't know why I felt like I needed to say that. I just thought that I would have to put that out there. But I do appreciate y'all for rocking with me, for watching the content. I do appreciate that. Whether you just got here as I'm on the way out, well, you just came in, hit that like button. More content coming, more videos coming. I'm out of here. Y'all have a good one. Peace. I catch y'all. If Seth's going live, I catch y'all in the chat tonight. I think she will be doing the games. So I'm going to catch y'all there. All right? I'm out.